Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge outdoor wall sconce called the Shadow Box Medium. This is the 302603. Let's get into a lot of details on this. So this is 11.7 inches overall height. The width on it is 10 inches, and then the projection from the wall out is only 4 inches. That qualifies this to be ADA compliant. That's Americans with Disabilities Act that says a sconce can only come out from the wall 4 inches or less. And honestly, I think I mentioned in another video that this would be an awesome fixture. All the shadow boxes that only come out 4 inches to be used as interior wall sconces as well as exterior wall sconces for that very reason. These will look great in hallways, going down stairways. Just a really nice fixture. Okay, let's get into more detail on that. So I wanted to show you more about this, and how we're going to do that is we're going to look at the installations instructions PDF, and that's going to be these are the papers that are going to be in the box when you get this, by the way. And how we're going to show you that now is to, if you're on the page for this, look over on the right hand side of the screen. Midway down you're going to see a link. That link is going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. You are going to see a lot of good information there. You're going to see a full parts list. You're going to see how everything goes together, how the little glass piece, the block sits on top. You are going to see how the mounting height on this is 5.2 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your electrical outlet box. The back plate is 4.63 inches by 4.63 inches. Very important when you are cutting a block. And cutting a block into your siding of whatever you're doing. So it could be shingles, it could be a clapboard, and it's important to know those little details. Okay, so let's jump into a couple other things. So let's talk about finish for a second. So if you're on the page for this, you'll notice there's going to be two pull-down menus for finishes. So you're going to have an option to pull down the menu to choose the finish for the fixture itself. And then the inset back plate that is back there is going to be called the accent. And you have another option to pull down that menu for the accent, choose a second finish. Some people are going to do this whole thing in one finish. A lot of people are going to do a subtle accent, which could be very cool. Totally up to you guys. Check out our finishes help guide and you'll be able to see all the finishes there. Also, there's a chart down below that'll show you the finishes and you can kind of play around those. Sometimes people will they'll cut those out and kind of tape them to each other. Fun thing to do. Okay, let's jump into a couple other things here. So this is going to be using a medium base screw-in socket, so it's very user-friendly as far as bulbs go, just a screw-in bulb. The recommended bulb size is going to be an A15. So an A15 is a slightly smaller light bulb than an A19. This is the size that we've been using most of our lives, right? A19, you notice it's a little smaller. These are generally going to be available for LEDs. I've never seen anything above a 60 watt equivalent, but they may exist out there. You should do some homework on that. For incandescent, you're limited to a 60 watt max light bulb because of the heat generated by a 60 watt bulb. But if you get into LEDs, if you guys can find A15 out there that's like a 75 or 100 watt equivalent, I would love to know about it, and I'm sure it exists or will exist at some point. So these things will throw a ton of light. A couple other things, there are also other bulbs that will fit into this too. So this is a type B torpedo shape, and this will fit into this without a problem at all. And when you get into LEDs, it's really just, will the bulb physically fit into the fixture? You can play around all you like as far as LEDs go, and that's your only caveat. Okay, so another quick thing, let's talk about California Title 24 compliant customers. So if you guys are building a house or a commercial building in California and you're pulling permits, they're requiring you to do California Title 24 compliant, or you are building a LEED certified building for the tax credits, that's going to be LEED. They may ask you to do this setup, and this is going to be a GU24 socket setup. Contact me about doing a custom version of this with that if you guys are in that boat. Really important. Let's circle back to these bulbs again. So they don't always have to be clear like this, the phosphorus ones. There's a lot of other bulbs just like this older LED that are out there in the world. Also, you know what? This is even another older LED. I kind of like these myself. I think you get better light out of these clear phosphorus ones. I bought these in Vermont. You can, if I can find this in Vermont, you can find this anywhere. Trust me. Or you can just buy them online. It's not a big deal. But remember, A15 is the size of the bulb. Couple other quick things. So I talk about the color of light coming out of LEDs all the time. I tend to like the warmth of an incandescent type of bulb. It's going to be around 3,000 Kelvin. If you like the whiteness of what's called daylight, and that's going to be the kind of light that comes in from outside, or like a doctor's office, hospital light. Some people love that white light, and that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. The light that's coming down on my hands from above, these are LEDs. This is 3,000. These are both 3,000 Kelvin bulbs. So that's the warmth that's on here. But like I said, that's just my preference. You know, it's totally up to you. So you could do, if you're looking for bulbs, just zero in 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin is going to be what's called daylight. That's going to be the whiter light. If you guys want the warmer light, make sure you go for 3,000 Kelvin. You might even be able to find a 2,700 Kelvin, but they're kind of phasing those out. So 3,000 Kelvin bulb is going to be the warmer light. You guys are good to go. And again, there is no limit when you get into LEDs, except will it fit physically in the fixture? And that's going to be the same for all Hubbardton Forge fixtures, just FYI. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from handmadeinvermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets, and custom things are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@handmadeinvermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@handmadeinvermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.